Hi divas, welcome back to my channel. It's been a year since I posted the first chapter of my webcomic of Scripts and Scores. So in this video I just wanted to kind of do like a year's recap or reflection of the project so far. So this project started off super spontaneously. I had no intention of making this actors GL kind of thing. I did have another story in mind. It was more of a fantasy graphic novel long form story. I just kind of thought of this idea, which is what you see on screen right now, and I was like, I have to write it down right now. I have to, I don't know, put it out there. Yeah, so it started off just from this little section, and I was like, I want to build on it because I think it could be fun to explore, not just like the GL aspects, but also aspects of like making art or like being an artist, but obviously through the characters who are songwriters and actors. And the little section that I had initially done, which started this whole project, I had no idea what was going to happen. I had like certain scenes written, like I had just in dot points like rap party or like cat like but yeah, I was kind of just writing the chapters as I was going, which I really do not like, but that was my workflow for Act 1. So looking back, there are some like pacing issues that I wish I could fix, but you know, the goal of this project is just to finish a long form story, have it out there. As of filming today, I dropped the first episode of Act 2 yesterday. I want to improve my workflow for Act 2 because for Act 1, it was so spontaneous. If you're a reader, you'll know I drop my episodes twice a month, one on the 1st and one on the 15th. From the 1st to 15th, I would be working on an episode, and then from the 16th to the 31st or whatever, I'll be working on the upcoming episode. So it was really like stressful because if I was sick or if something happened, I just wouldn't have an episode. Except I've been consistent. I have posted when I said I would. This time I want to have episodes like ready and backlogged and just scheduled. Also, I do have a full-time job. Who else is scared right now? And I have a ton of like other projects. Like this year I started doing a lot of art conventions, markets, things like that. And I also want to just keep improving my storyboard skills. So it's hard to balance all that with the comic, which is why I guess it is quite short. But for Act 2, currently I have it kind of all scripted out, but because of my self-imposed schedule with me balancing all these other projects, I think sometimes that the creativity has taken a backseat. Like I really like these panels at the start where it was kind of, you know, something different. You really using the form of comics to tell something like time passing or whatever. And I do want to be more creative going into Act 2, but we'll see guys. So onto the technical stuff. I post my webcomic on 3 different platforms, on Webtoon, Tapas, and Namicomi. And basically I feel like you kind of have to post on Webtoon because the audience is there. That's where most of my audience is. So these are my Webtoon stats from right before I posted Act 2. These are my Tapas stats, and as you can see, there is a big difference. However, the barrier of entry to monetize on Tapas is way lower, although you're getting peanuts. Like, baby, you're not getting anything unless you're like a big creator or if your webtoon like blows up or something. But I am also just really bad at social media. Like, I'm trying to post more, guys. I'm trying to post more, subscribe. But I definitely am not promoting my webcomic enough. But I am also super lucky because Tapas and Webtoon have both promoted my webcomic on their own. For Tapas, I was featured in a GL collection that was like sent as a message to everyone. So from that, I got a few subscribers, and it ultimately led me to becoming monetized, which was great. And then for Webtoon, I was featured on Canvas Hidden Gems, which boosted me to, I think it was either close to 1,000 or 1,000 subscribers. Those were just really lucky. I definitely did not do anything to warrant that. But I will say, I think the best marketing I have done is posting on Reddit because it is reaching like audiences that don't already follow you. So I am not monetized on Webtoon, but I am on Tapas. And this is how much I have made for my comic. 1 cent, guys. I'm ballin'. Honestly, I didn't go in this expecting to like really get money from monetization. However, I have gotten money from selling zines, which you can get, as I was saying before, I've started doing a lot of art conventions and markets. I just came back from a zine fair today where I sold a few zines. I would say the majority minus 1 cent of all the money I've made from my webcomic has been from selling zines. And that number, I would say, is in the hundreds. So it's nothing to make a living off, but it's like, hey, I'm making this project that I love and I'm making a little pocket money from it. So if you are starting and you don't have a huge following or anything, or this is indie, yeah, don't expect to make much money from the monetization system. So here are some things that I would do differently next time, or some things that I would implement into Act 2. First of all, make character sheets of all the characters, like proportions, face, body, color sheets, things like that, expression sheets. I'm just raw dogging it. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but I don't have any character sheets. I don't even have like color sheets, but I know the colors well enough now that I just know like everyone's colors, because it isn't black and white, by the way. But like every time I draw like Harper or Olivia or like Dan, whoever, I'm like, let me just smile and nod as I'm drawing. Let me just hope this comes out looking right. And a lot of the time it doesn't, so I have to be redrawing. And like, I think character sheets would save me a lot of time. Now, as I'm going to Act 2, have I drawn any character sheets? The answer is also no. I think it's kind of like sunk cost fallacy where I'm like, I'm already raw dogging it, let me keep going. I think sometimes they look the same. Sometimes I'm like, that's a different person, but it is what it is. The other main thing I would do, which I am doing for Act 2, is write the full outline. Even if it's not detailed, just like the outline or the pacing, just so it's not super rushed or slow at certain parts. I think with me, sometimes I spend a bit too many panels or pages on trying to like do a comedic moment, and then the drama, which is supposed to be like, you know, the slow burn part, is a bit rushed. So yeah, next time, full outline. Overall, I am pretty happy with what I've made. Like, it is really, really, I don't know, satisfying, motivating to see something that you've worked on kind of come to life. You know, I physically print them for my zines, and it's cool to just hold something that you've made. But also, like, even online, just seeing like people liking and commenting, like, that's crazy. Like 1,000 people have subscribed on Webtoon. Like, that's crazy. Imagine like 1,000 people. That's crazy, guys. But yeah, I am just really happy that a story I, you know, created, wrote, drew, everything, is out there in the world right now. And I think that just creating something is so wonderful. Like, it's the closest thing we have to magic, guys. Put that down, write that down. But no, it's just a very fulfilling project, even if I see the faults, and I do. And my end goal, as I said, was to just, you know, complete this project and have this out in the world. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you want to see any more, I don't know, webcomic related YouTube videos or whatever. But for now, I'm just happy to post my sketchbooks, post some mathematics. And yeah, if you've stuck around to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. And if you're reading the webcomic, or if you want to start, you know, link in the description. But also, thank you for reading. Every single view, every single comment, every single like, subscribe is like really motivating as well. Like, as well as my intrinsic motivations for continuing. Like, I do love some exterior attention. Yup. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.